valuable resources. Collecting used bottles, cans, and newspaper and taking them to the curb, into the recycle bins or collecting facilities. California recycles 35.8 million tons of used paper, plastic, metal, glass, food scraps, yard trimming, construction, and demolition debris. This is enough to recycling program to cover all 50 of San Francisco County. And 39.9 million tons of waste each year that is not being recycled. I will discuss with you in class today that we should all recycle because we can help the environment, save energy, show some statistics of recycling, and that it is good for the economy. First, I will discuss the environment, how good it is for the environment. It eliminates the need to build a new landfill each year in California, allowing local land to be used in more environmentally preferable ways. It also avoids environmental concerns like air pollution and water pollution. Each year, it saves enough power of 1.4 million California homes, reduces the water pollution by 27,047 tons, and saves 14 million trees, and reduces the pollution by 165,142 tons. An article I read on Why Should I Recycle? In 2004, Massachusetts Commercial Recycling Program recycled 715,671 tons of paper, glass, metal, etc., into new products. Reducing the greenhouse gas emissions such as burning fossil fuels like gas, diesel, and coal helps stem the dangers of global climate change because the less burning of gas, diesel, and coal, which has a main source of carbon, will be reduced by not polluting air and water as much. Massachusetts Commercial Recycling Program reduced this by 2,073,814 metric tons. Recycling 1,098,776 tons of all types of paper saves 3,625,961 cubic yards of land. How it saves the environment, it also saves the energy, which is very beneficial. It recycles 95% less energy to recycle aluminum than it does to make it from raw materials. For instance, recycled steel saves 60%, newspaper is 40%, recycled plastic is 70%, and recycled glass is 40%. In 2004, Massachusetts saved 85 million BTUs of energy. With recycling able to use less energy to make a new product out of recyclables, here are some statistics that shows recycling the right way to go. An article named Recycling Statistics by Sherry Stockman says that it also prevents global warming. As of 2005, recycling has increased 32% than it was in the 1980s, which was less than 10% that was being recycled. Organic materials make up the bulk of waste that go into landfills. Around 35% are paper and cardboard, while yard trimmings and food scraps total about 25% in 2005. Many of the city garbage will pick up trimmings and Christmas trees and turn them into mulch for parks and landscape street medians. This has an added benefit of saving irrigation water. For residential grass clippings and food waste can easily be composted and isn't sent to landfills. It is made into new products. It also saves the economy. It is also good for the economy. Recycling one additional ton of waste will pay $100 more in salaries and wages, produce $275 more in goods and services, $135 generates more in sales than disposing it in landfill. 200 million generates per year in sales tax revenue. These funds help local government pay for health and social services programs, transportation improvements, and public safety. Recycling is a big business. It is a mainstream industry of statewide importance. It now accounts for 85,000 jobs, generates $4 billion in salaries and wages, and provides $10 billion worth of goods and services annually. Today I shared with you how recycling can help the environment, save energy, showed you statistics on how recycling is the way to go, and good for the economy because it saves money and creates jobs. Thank
Yoshi, what did you think?
I thought for the most part it was pretty good. The figures are very convincing. But you spend like the entire speech swaying back and forth, or like crossing and uncrossing your legs, and you also spent most of the speech just like staring at your cards. So it'd be nice if you like looked at us more. But other than that, the actual information in the speech I thought was very convincing. So.
All right. I'm going to agree with a lot of what you're talking about on the delivery issues. At this point in the term, we need to be breaking away from doing all that reading. You need to be talking to the audience. The pacing sounds like you're reading. Your eye contact is really low. And when you watch the video back, you'll see what he means about the swaying and the leg crossing. You just look uncomfortable. And you still sound a little bit like you're reading an oral report to a science class when you're doing this instead of giving us a speech. There's not much personality in the presentation. You've got a structure, so you're doing that okay. You've got some information that you're citing, so that's satisfactory. But as a speech, it needs to have a little bit more energy. There needs to be a different way of seeing it. And to make it persuasive, you need some emotional involvement, and you don't sound emotionally involved. Why would we be emotionally involved? So I think that gets to be a little problematic. You are very dependent on the Massachusetts information, and I'm not sure, for instance, at the end when you had all the data that you were using in your conclusion and summary, whether that was information on a nationwide basis or if that was particular to the Massachusetts example that you were citing. And so there was a little bit of a clarity problem on that information. All right, thank you.